All right, guys, so Adam had a little bit of pain in the front of his hip, just bringing his knee to chest when he was regaining guard. So we're gonna do a little mobilization, actually using your belt today. So you don't have to have any other equipment. All you have to have is your belt. We're gonna work on mobilizing the hip joint to create a little space in there to limit the pinching and the pain in there and improve range of motion. So, ready? He's so serious. All right, so basically first thing we'll do is we're gonna take the belt off. Now the hip is a ball and socket joint, so it's got a roll and a glide. So we're trying to create more glide in the joint. That's gonna create a little more joint space and allow a little bit more freedom of movement for the hip joint. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take the belt off, whatever length is comfortable. You just have to play around with it. So you just tie the belt in a knot. Just tie a knot, boom. And then what Adam's gonna do is it's his left hip that is the one that's painful. So he's got difficulty bringing the knee towards his chest. He's getting pinching in the front of the hip. So what we're gonna do is he's gonna lay on his back. He's gonna put the belt right in the crease of his hip. Right there as high as he can. He's gonna take his right foot. He's gonna use his right foot to create a little bit of pressure. And then basically he's gonna push with his foot and it's gonna create a little pressure down into the hip, create a little glide in there, and then he's gonna take his hands, put on top of his leg, and gently go through some movement. You're holding about 10 to 15 seconds. You can hold there, limit the pressure that's comfortable. You can do a little more, a little less. And then about 10, 15 seconds and release. And then you can go some different directions, kind of bring it in this way. Again, applying a downward pressure, so it's called a caudal or an inferior glide. So basically you're creating more space in the hip joint. So do that about five reps and then reassess. Take the belt off and then move your hip around and see how it feels. See if it's any change. If you feel a little bit, keep going until you feel good relief. So Adam, play around with your hip a little bit, move it around some. Do you feel any change? A little improvement? So, yeah, it's a good warm up. You can do that before training, after training, just Chewy's laughing at me.
I'm laughing at Adam because Adam's funny, you're not.
Take that, Eugene. Sure. So, guys, a really easy technique if you're having some hip pain or even some tightness in your hip joint to help mobilize that hip. Good before training or after training. Adam? Great. All right.